Good evening. Welcome everybody to my very first live tapping session. I'm so excited. Tiny little bit nervous, but that's a good thing. It's a good nervous. And it's only because I've not done it before and I want to make sure that I get this right for you. And I just wanted to tell you that I know what this feels like. I know what it feels like to have a lack of confidence. I understand how difficult it is because people think that it's something that you can just get over. Just do it and you'll feel better. If you do it often enough, it'll all be okay. And of course, that's not the way it is. When you have a lack of confidence or low self-esteem and you find yourself not doing things that you want to do and holding yourself back, it makes your life really difficult. Hi Yvette, hi Jana, don't quite know how to pronounce your name, but hello anyway. Hi Julie. I'm just describing the fact that I really get what it means not to have confidence, and anybody who's known me for a long time wouldn't always have known that, because on the surface I come across as quite confident, but inside I was a bit of a mess, anxious, thinking about things, overthinking. Hi Pam. And it really did get in the way. It stopped me from doing things, it stopped me from achieving things that I wanted to achieve. And worse than that, just on a daily basis, I was a constant mess of overthinking. So I want to help you, whatever it is that is going on for you, whatever that lack of confidence is and however it's showing up in your life, I want to help make a difference. So what I want to do tonight is to go through a tapping session with you so that we can start to unpick those things that are getting in your way. So what you need to know is that we're all born with 100% confidence. We're not born this way. And what happens is that as we go through our lives, we have events, things happen, somebody says something to us, it can be little things, it can be big things. We can lose our confidence through trauma. We can have a car crash and never have the confidence to get in a car again. Or it might be something as small as somebody making a remark that makes you feel bad about something that you've done, and after that you don't have the confidence to do it. And the difficult thing with it is you probably don't know what it is. You just know that you're uncomfortable doing whatever it is you're uncomfortable doing. So as your confidence gets chipped away at, or your self-esteem is knocked because of things that have happened to you, the effect it has on you, hi Jill, the effect it has on you is that you do less and less in your life. You hide yourself away because lack of confidence is fear. It's fear of doing things, it's fear of being seen, it's fear of talking to people because you're not as interesting as them, or you might not be able to think of anything to say. It's fear of making a fool of yourself, all of those kind of things. So I want to just talk through the tapping points with you first so that you know what it is we're going to do, and then I'll explain to you how it's going to work. So when we're tapping, we just use our fingers, the fingertips. It doesn't matter which hand you use, it can be right or left, or it can be both. We tap on the side of our hand here at the beginning, and as we tap I will talk and you will just repeat what I say after me. So this is one of the points, and you just tap gently on it here. Top of the head, on the crown, just tapping there, and you can tap around, don't do it too hard, don't want to give yourself a headache. In the middle of your eye there, and then over at the end of your eyebrow, and then just on the bony bit under your eye, on the top of your lip, underneath your nose, and then in the crease of your chin there. And then in tapping on the collarbone, if you just hunch yourself, I don't know if you can see, hunch yourself up a little bit so you can see your collarbone, and there's a soft spot just there. And it's just the soft spot that you're tapping on. And again, you can do it with one hand, two hands. I tend to do it with my whole hand, and then I cover both points. And then a bit of a strange one. So tapping under your arm, just where your bra strap sits. So you're just literally tapping there. Okay? There's a few other points, but you'll pick them up as you go along. So when I'm talking, I may say things and you'll be repeating after me, things that sound a little bit negative, but that's fine, because with tapping what we're doing is we're getting the negative stuff out. out of our system, literally. We're tapping the old energy out, and it does work, believe me. There are people watching this now who have done this with me and they know it works. So just go with the flow and see what happens for you. So I just want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to think about something that you are not confident about. So it can be something that's already happened, an incident where you just had a complete lack of confidence and it made you feel really bad. Or it could be something that's coming up that's making you feel anxious. But I just want you to focus in on that feeling now. Really close your eyes if you need to, and it helps you to get that feeling where it is in your body. I'm just going to close my eyes now, and I want you to focus on what that feeling is that makes you feel unconfident. Where is it in your body? For me, I generally feel things in my kind of upper stomach area. Just focus on that now. I want you to capture that feeling, how it feels, and give it a score for me. So on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being doesn't bother you at all, 10 being it really bothers you. So if, for example, it's standing up in front of people and talking, or if it's walking into a room full of strangers and that triggers things for you, how does that make you feel? Where is it? Where does it sit in your body, and what score is it? And if you can tell me, you can just type into the comments what your score is now. And if you want to, what it is you're focusing on. You don't have to, you can keep it to yourself if you prefer. So if you've got that now, that feeling, where it is and what your score is, we're going to start tapping. So taking the side of your hand and repeating after me. Even though I have this lack of confidence and it gets in the way for me, I deeply love and accept myself. Hands on a 6. Let's see if we can get that down. Even though this confidence and lack of it really gets in the way for me and causes me an issue in my life, and I often get frustrated with myself, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though there are times when I just wish I was like all the other people and that I was more confident. But even though I'm not, I love and accept myself anyway. I'm just going to tap on top of the head now. This lack of confidence, it really frustrates me. I don't know why I'm like this. It seems so easy for everybody else. Why can't I be like them? It makes me feel inadequate. It can't be that hard. Everybody else seems so confident. I just want to be comfortable in my own skin. I've been like this for as long as I can remember. Sometimes it makes me feel stupid. Sometimes it makes me feel quite lonely. I feel like I'm missing out on life because of this lack of self-confidence. There's so much I want to do and I just haven't got the guts. Why can't I do this? What's wrong with me? Just tap your wrists together for me now. Take a deep breath. And just tell me, if you can, in the comments, what your score is now, 0 to 10. So just focus back in on that thing that you were thinking about and the score that you had. Just check in on the feeling that was there. How is it now? And did anything come up for you whilst you were tapping? Any emotion? Oh, and by the way, if you yawn or burp or anything like that whilst you're tapping, it's quite natural, quite normal. Sounds very bizarre, but that's the old energy releasing. I'm a yawner, occasionally a burper. So is anything happening for you? Tell me in the comments if you can. Pam, lots of yawning going on. Great stuff, lots of releasing. Are the scores going down? Are they staying the same? Just focusing back in on that feeling now and see if it's moved anywhere in your body. Sometimes the feelings move as we're thinking about these things. So scores going down a little bit there, that's great news, because the whole purpose of this is to bring down the intensity of those feelings so that when you go to do this next time, you just don't feel the same way anymore. You just feel a bit more confident, a little bit less anxious. So let's just focus in. Yvette's not burped yet. That's all right this time. Let's just focus back in, and I want you to really think about what that thing is that bothers you. How does it feel at the time? So just imagine yourself back there now. This may push your score back up a little bit for a second, but just imagine that you're there, that it's happening. How does it feel? How did it feel at the time? And let's just start tapping again, remembering what your score is now. Even though I still have this lack of confidence, I love and accept myself. Even though this lack of confidence gets in my way, it's okay. And I'm open to letting go of whatever it is that blocks me. Even though I have this lack of confidence, I'm open to knowing that things can be different for me. This lack of confidence that gets in the way, I choose to let go of those blockages. Whatever caused me to be this way, I'm open to releasing that now. I don't have to feel this way. I can choose to be more relaxed. I can choose to feel differently next time. I'm in control of this. I don't feel like I'm in control of this. I can choose to be in control of this and how I react. I can choose to be more calm. I can choose to let go of those nerves. I can decide that I am good enough. I'm not good enough. I am good enough. I'm just as good as anybody else. And I've got this. Any events that have contributed to me feeling this way, any people who have helped me to feel this way, Any times in my life when I have been made to feel this way, I let go of them all now. I don't need to be kept safe anymore. I want to be confident. I look forward to being more confident. I look forward to being a much more confident version of me. Tap your wrists together now for me again. If you've got water with you, have a drink of water. Deep breath. And just let me know what your score is now. How are you feeling? Have those scores gone down? Has that feeling of that energy shifted to anywhere in your body? Has anybody felt any tingling or any emotions coming up? Also, take a note of anything else that comes up for you whilst you're tapping. So anybody's faces, smells, sights, sounds, memories, they will all be relevant, because what we're doing here is tapping directly into the subconscious. And we don't always know what's going on back there, but the subconscious has it all filed away. And as we tap, we start to release these things. So confidence and the lack of it is all about those occasions when perhaps you were doing something as a young child. And a lot of these things are formed when we're very young children, because up until the age of 6 or 7, we are what is described as a hypnotic state. We're just taking things in. We have no framework, no form of reference. So we can only relate to what's happening around us. So if we do something that we think is good and somebody shouts at us, they may not mean that we're stupid or we're bad, but we may take it to mean that. And therefore in the future, we try and avoid situations that are going to make us feel the same way. So that's what confidence is all about. So hopefully your score will have come down a little bit, and the intensity will have come out of whatever it was you were feeling. And this is how we do it, and bit by bit we chip away at various aspects of it. This is quite generic, so this is just an example of how it works for you. I'll do a third round where we try and get that score down a little bit more, and then we'll do some really positive tapping. So one more round, just focusing in on that feeling now. Even though I still have this, and just replace that with whatever number score you have going on for you. Even though I still have a 4 and I'm feeling a little bit tingly and a little bit teary, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I still have this residue going on in my, wherever it is in your body for you, chest, stomach, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I still have a little bit of this lack of confidence for this situation remaining, I love and accept myself anyway. All of those times when I didn't feel good enough, all of those times where I didn't want to be seen, all of those times when I didn't want to be the one to have to pick up the phone, all of those times where I held myself back and didn't go for it, whatever it is for you. I'm open to the fact that things can be different in the future. I'm excited by the possibility that I could be different. There are so many things I want to do and achieve. I'm open to doing all of those. I'm open to doing them with confidence. And I let go of any occasions when people have made me feel bad about myself. I want to like myself more. I might even want to love myself. How uncomfortable did that feel? I'm open to loving myself a little bit more. If it feels uncomfortable for me to say, I love myself, I know I've got some work to do, but that's okay. I can do that. Having confidence is about liking me. Having confidence is about not caring what other people think. I'm really open to that. I can let go of all those thoughts in my head that swirl around. I can let go of that critical voice in my head that keeps me stuck. I choose to be different from now on. It's safe to be seen. It's safe to be confident. It's okay to love me. And just tapping your wrists together again for me. And a deep breath. Okay. How are you all? How's that score? Hopefully it's come right down for you. But even if it's just shifted by 1 or 2 points, it's a good start. Tapping is something that you can do for yourself. It's great to work with somebody to really get to the core roots of what's going on for you. So this is very generic tapping and it's helpful. It's really helpful and you can do it yourself. If you're in a situation where you're feeling nervous or anxious and you're in public, you can just tap through your hands. So you imagine you're shaking somebody's hand like that. You literally tap on the nail bed there, like this. And you can do that at a meeting. You don't even have to tap, you can just rub like this. It's really effective for reducing anxiety and bringing your stress levels down, because that's what happens to us when we are anxious and we have a lack of confidence. All of the cortisol in our body, the stress hormones, kick into action because our very old bit of our brain, the amygdala, which operates just on survival really, it's just keeping us safe. So it works on the fight, flight and freeze elements. So whenever we perceive to be in danger, and in the old days that used to mean becoming somebody's dinner, of course that doesn't happen these days, but our old brain can't tell the difference. So we literally go into this automatic reaction whenever we have some kind of situation that makes us feel uncomfortable, and that could just be a difficult conversation or somebody being a bit critical of us. That can send us into a real tailspin, and our bodies have exactly the same reactions as if we were being chased by a tiger. So you can imagine when you're in real danger how you feel and what happens to your body. All of your the things that aren't vital to you stop working because you don't need them. So like your digestion, blood is diverted away from all the non-essential areas and goes, you know, your heart starts to pound and beat, you get the adrenaline. And there's no way of releasing that off if you're not running away, if you're just dealing with the situation. The tapping literally sends calming signals to the brain. So when we're talking about lack of confidence and how it makes us feel, we are literally sending signals to the brain to say it's safe, it's okay. all of these things that make us anxious and nervous and give us a physical reaction, because that's what it is. When you're nervous or you've got no confidence, you literally get the sweaty palms or the palpitating heart. You blush because you're embarrassed, you're uncomfortable. So tapping does all of these things. So I'm really pleased you joined me. I was so excited to be doing this, and as I say, also a little bit nervous. But what you need to know is that 2 years ago, for me to do this would have just been a non-starter. I wouldn't have done this for love nor money. It would have terrified me. And today I just had a little bit of normal nervous anticipation, which was kind of like excitement as well. So if I can do it, you can do it. I lived with anxiety all my life, kind of, going on. I thought it was normal. I didn't even realise that I was an anxious person, and thought that everybody felt exactly the same way. So it can be done. I feel totally different than I did 2 years ago. I'm doing things now I would never have done before, and I'm doing them comfortably and with ease and not worrying about it. So for all of you that are out there feeling like things can't change for you, they absolutely can. And I am on a one-woman mission to make it happen and to make you feel better. So thank you, Pam. I'm going to leave you there, and I hope you enjoyed it. I will be doing it again, so if you want to post comments about the kind of things you'd like to work on, and we perhaps get a little bit more specific, please do that so that I can organise things for you. I'm glad that you're feeling calmer. All your scores seem to have come down, which is absolutely brilliant, and a good half hour's work. I'm going to put the link to my newsletter underneath, so if you want to sign up for that, please do, and then I can post you a link to a complimentary session. So enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm off tomorrow because it's Liberation Day here, which means that I get the day off. It's amazing, so I'm just hoping the weather's better today than it has been. Have a lovely evening, everybody, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.